The history of the Black Death, the plague that changed everything. Imagine this: you go to bed in a quiet medieval town, the baker's fires are out, the church bells silent. By morning, half your street is gone. Not missing, dead. Nobody knows why. The priests say it's sin. The doctors say it's bad air. But the truth? It's something no one can see, something that hitched a ride on a flea. This is the story of the Black Death, the plague that almost ended the world. It began, not in Europe, but far away, on the steppes of Central Asia, around 1346. There, the Yersinia pestis bacterium, a microscopic killer, found its first human hosts. Merchants, soldiers, traders, all moving along the Silk Road, carried it west, unknowingly. When one infected ship docked in the Sicilian port of Messina in 1347, rats scurried ashore. And within weeks, death began to spread faster than anyone could bury the bodies. The Black Death wasn't just deadly, it was horrifying. People awoke with fever, chills, and swellings, black, painful lumps called buboes. Their skin turned dark where the blood pooled. The coughing, the bleeding, the smell, unbearable. Within 3 days, most victims were dead. Doctors wore long-beaked masks stuffed with herbs, hoping the scent would ward off bad air. But of course, it didn't. Entire cities emptied overnight. London, Paris, Florence, silent except for the ringing of funeral bells. In some towns, there were no priests left to perform last rites. No grave diggers. No buyers for bread. Cats, dogs, and even children were accused of witchcraft. Panic turned to chaos, and chaos turned to despair. In just 5 years, over 25 million people, nearly half of Europe, were gone. But death wasn't the end. The world that came after the plague was reborn in strange ways. With fewer workers, peasants began demanding higher wages, shaking the foundations of feudalism. Art changed. Religion changed. The very way people thought about life and death changed. It forced Europe to confront its own fragility, and unknowingly, it paved the road to the Renaissance. From ashes and fear came science, reform, and rebirth. The Black Death wasn't just a plague, it was a mirror. It showed humanity how small we are, and how quickly everything can change. So next time you read about medieval kings and knights, remember, for years, it was the rats who ruled. This is the Curious Tome, and this has been the story of the plague that changed the world. Subscribe for more quiet tales from history, and try not to think about that faint scratching sound in your walls tonight.